Welding. Got my hand on the grinder, you've got your head resting on it.
Right, so welcome back to day 2 of our welding experience. So in the last video you'd have seen that we were just finishing off getting the rear cross member on. So cross member, that quarter piece of the chassis is now on. It was tack welded on this side, so you can see in the background Liam's welding that up now. So once that's done, now today we're going to start moving along the sides. We're going to start work on the outriggers, and then eventually we'll flip it over and we'll tackle all of the bits of patching and horrible stuff that's happened in Bob's previous owners. So let's have a look at what's going on with that cross member. Hi. So Liam is currently linishing off this. Look at that, what a beauty. So it did look like this one. And now it looks like that. I'm just smoothing off these edges now. It looks beautiful, dude.
Thanks, mate.
Right, so Liam and I have been linishing off the welds on the rear quarter.
Welding.
And I've got to say, Liam's done a fabulous job. Check this out.
Thank you very much.
Look how smooth this is. So these are all linished off now. We'll put some seam sealer down there. We're going to wait till the chassis is flipped over on its side to fill these, because otherwise they will just drip. But we've done the top, so see there, it's lovely and smooth. And that side is now done as well. So tops, sides are welded. We've just got to do the, what are they called?
Infill, so we're going to plug weld them. Well, not plug weld, it's puddle welding. So when you get the rear quarters, they actually are just, when you get them, they're opened up like this. So the idea is you cut the chassis off, you push the chassis in, as you'll have seen in the other video. But in order to increase the strength even further, we drill 1-inch holes in there, and then that allows us to puddle weld into it to give us the shear force as well as the weld to the chassis. It just makes it extra strong.
Got ya. And that's what we did on the top there. So all of that, I say we, that is what Liam did on the top there. It's all smoothed out now, looking lovely. So next job is on to outriggers. Look at this holy guy. He'll be gone.
That can be fucking knocked back up a little bit.
Yeah.
That's going to need coming out because it's too thin.
Yeah, it's quite thin now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Put a
But
plate in it.
you've got got a good thickness in there.
Yeah.
That's good. So,
It's mad, isn't it, how it just rotted perfectly?
Yeah. Well, they do this sit water in it.
Yeah.
So, what you can do now is you get the Hoover
Yeah.
and shove it. And you can
Suck
get
it out.
Yeah, get all your shizer out. That's it. There you go, done. And the little grinder, just clean these edges up.
Yeah.
And then we need to cut your new what's name down, so we've got a slight overlap here.
Yeah.
Mark it, cut it, sink it in, magnet, dot, and then fucking
Done.
jobs are fucking good.
Right, so we've grinded it off the remains after Liam got plasma cutting, and now the guys are just measuring up the new outrigger and spring hanger combination.
1, 4, 8 dead.
Yeah.
You sure?
That's what we got the number was.
Yeah, 148. Yeah.
Okay, bang on there then. Okay, so those two need cutting off, David. Down Zar, down Zar.
Yep.
And then we'll put it into position, make sure that we're level that way, make sure we're 90 degrees to the chassis, make sure we're 90 degrees across that way, square. And then we can transfer that mark down the chassis. 1 mil disc, slit, cut it out, make a relief hole. Then that should sink into the chassis.
Tack, tack, tack.
Magnets on, tack in the 4 corners, and then just see how we go.
Roger that.
Yep.
You alright?
Yep.
Precision cuts.
Uh-oh.
They don't have to be that precision because we're going to follow the line, but let's try and be as precision as we can.
Nice one, dude. Yours is a little bit straighter than mine. Mine's a bit bent.
It's fine.
Okay, so we need some suitable clampage now, just to hold it while we measure it and do that.
Belly. Belly.
Why are you thrusting?
G clamp, please, Sarge. No, not the sash clamp, the big G clamp.
It's fine. Bob's been violated many times by many people by the looks of it as well.
So we've got a little gap there, which is okay, which is good. Yeah, okay. We can fill that.
Sticks a little bit too low.
It's fine. It's fine. We want it flush at the top, and then we could even add a fillet plate like we did before. So when we cut and sink this in, what I think we should do is continue the cut all the way to that side of that rib. Yeah?
And put a new plate.
And then we haven't got to look around here trying to reveal that piece in. Then what we'll do after, we'll put a piece back in to meet that, mig it in, and then we'll put an over piece and we can angle the edges like the original did.
Yeah.
And then we can put that piece back in after as well.
Got
Done.
you.
Are you holding that with your bend?
Yeah.
Fair play.
So if we just get that roughly in the right position. Okay. There's a, hit me with my tapping stick, hit me.
Back one more time.
No, I only want the one. Yeah, that's good, that's in the middle. Right, get your forward and back measurement. And then we can check our 90-degree measurements.
148. It's going to be slightly off because remember the other one had a double skin.
It's got to be pulled this way as well. That's bang on, innit?
It had a double skin, so you can take that into account.
Yeah. Okay, sound.
You can see that here. See, if it's like equal in between those two, it should be all right.
I'm just looking at these here. That's absolutely perfect there. Because the gussets will give us the indicator of where the bolt hole should go. So that's perfect. So, where's the Digibox? 0.05. 1.8. So that's got to come down.
Yeah, it does look like it's sloped.
Yeah.
It's a spirit level, but it's not. Yeah, it's like a digital voodoo box. Yeah, man. Boston in it.
I'm going to call that good.
Yeah.
That is a good. It's certainly better
It
than
looks
the other fucker.
it looks
Look
good
at
as
that
well.
bad boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to take that as good. Right, so, pen, and we need sharpage. I did put sharpage down. Yeah.
You know when you say sink it in?
Yeah.
What do you mean by sink it in? Like
Instead of
put it in?
Well, what we're going to do now, we'll transfer those lines there.
Yeah.
Alright? And someone's put a G clamp in the way.
My G.
Like that. Alright? We'll remove this. We'll now put a grinder down there.
Right.
Take those little bits of fillet that are in there out. Then this will sit in and be flush with the chassis.
Right. I'm with
So
you
once we've done a fucking beautiful weld down there, you can linish it and you will never know that that's been...
Or you could just slap the front.
Or you could just do it like that
and just
and make
go
it look
that'll do.
absolutely
now.
shite.
Yeah.
Right, grab that out, kid.
Where do you want that, man?
I'll pop it back over there, Lloyd. Yeah, I'll stick it over here, mate. Yeah, no worries.
Got my hand on the grinder and you've got your head resting on it.
That's one way to a grade zero bus cutting it.
I think before we make this a permanent residence, I think it might just be prudent to get the
Blower.
no, the needle scaler, just to vibrate the bastard out of this and put the Hoover in at the same time.
Yeah.
There's a lot of wet mud in there. Hey! There you go, Dabber. David did a good thing.
It's my best cutting yet, that.
Well, you'll get better, mate. Oh, baby cakes. There you go.
Beautiful.
Sunk straight in. So we'll have to, we might have to just do a little bit of linishing at the bottom there, because this is too long. We will. That should sit on top of there. Might just have to just feckle that edge out a little bit, but that's not good. Like so. Oh, Dave, that's fucking phenomenal. Okay.
Awesome.
So we can get that in place. So we need to just give that a quick hooverage.
Yep. Right, so we've cut out the section in the chassis for the new outrigger. Right. Just going to hoover out the chassis, get all the crap out. It's mixed. There's loads of mud in there and stuff. So and we can some blenishing. Right, so the outrigger's on now, it's been tacked in. Liam's just finishing off the welding on one side. So I think we're probably going to leave it there tonight. We'll finish off that, and then when we come back in next time, we'll get on to another outrigger. So it's looking awesome. Check this out. Look at that. Looks sweet. So basically, that now looks like that's been there all the time. It's welded in nice and flush. Looking awesome, dude. Awesome work. It is. Eight, mate. Eight, mate. So yeah, if you're enjoying the Bob content, do go and drop a like and subscribe to the channel for lots more coming up. And give Mick a follow on Twitch. So he's under Mad Forward Engineering on Twitch. We're often streaming live Tuesdays and Thursdays in Mick's workshop, so you can see what we're up to. And he also does streams throughout the week. And if you want any merch, hop on to Mick's channel for his merchandise, which is this cool stuff. And we've got some Rusty Nut stuff as well. So yeah, we'll catch you in the next video.